Hello, class. So, over the past week and a half or so, we have done the 7 Years' War, right? We've gone over it, we've gone through the full chapter, and you know that once we finish a chapter, I like to do some sort of assessment. That does not necessarily mean test, right? You know that. We've done essays, we've done assignments, we've done different homework worksheets. We have done tests, and we have done quizzes. But we haven't done a pop test or a pop quiz yet. I'm just kidding. We're not doing that today. But we are going to do a test. So, instead of having me make the test for you and have you guys just answer the questions as I have them written, you are actually going to be the test makers. All right. So I have the instructions here on the right-hand side of the screen. As you can see, I will send those out to you. And then I also have the rubric in that same Word doc, and I will send that out to you as well. All right. The rubric basically just breaks down the instructions that I will go through and then gives them a point value based on how you've done with the test. All right. All said and done, it will be out of 50 points. You will get a score out of 25 for the project itself, and then a score out of 25 when you eventually take a test that somebody else has made. So let's go through the instructions. So you are going to start by forming groups of 3. All right. And then that group of 3 is going to collaborate and work together using all of the information from the most recent chapter. Okay. You can use any assignments we've completed. You can use the exit tickets we've completed. We can use our notes that we've taken, or we can use stuff directly from the book. Okay. How are we going to make this test? We are going to use Quizlet. All right. I actually have never used Quizlet before to create anything. I've studied other people's flashcards. I've gone through it a little bit. I've seen you guys make your own flashcards, so I know you all have accounts. So you're going to open your Quizlet account, and you are going to create a new set, right? So that set is going to include a total of 16 questions. 5 true and false, 10 multiple choice, and a single short answer question. All right? So these questions need to be clearly stated and relevant to the chapter, okay? And then your answers that you need to include in there as well must be accurate, okay? So work together as a group of 3 to determine all of those questions. Each of you must create your own test, okay? When you have finished creating your test, you will send a link in a Google Doc, right? A link to the test. You'll put that in the Google Doc with your name and your group members' names, okay? But your name goes first. You will also include the short answer. The reason I'm doing this is because Quizlet will not accurately grade short answers. They grade the answer to a T. So, if your answer is off by the word the, comma, punctuation, capitalization, if words are switched in order, it won't grade it as correct. So I need you to make sure that your correct answer is in the Word doc that you're going to submit via Google Classroom, okay? Your answer can either be in the 3 to 5 sentence format, right? Like you're actually going to do when you answer the test question, or it could be in bullet points with important themes, people, ideas that are connected to answer the question, okay? All right, you're going to have 2 class periods to complete it, and then after you've submitted all of this, I will go through, make sure everything is correct, make sure all your answers and their questions are clear and they all line up the way that they should line up. Then, the following day when you come into class, each of you is going to take a test of another student from another group. Okay, so keep that in mind when you're creating your questions. You want to make sure that they're clear and that they are of the subject material that we have learned, right? Don't pull something out of thin air and make some questions up. However, I do want you to throw in a trick question, one that's just a little bit more difficult, right? We've done that in the past, and I typically give it as extra credit, right? So in your doc, just let me know which answer and question is the trick question and answer, and then I can go ahead and make sure that everybody gets credit for it regardless. But I want to see what you come up with, all right? So I have here my own test, and I have a link here for you to look at it, right? So all you're going to do once you get in here and your test is completed, you just click test, and then it's going to pop up with a little action bar, and you are going to click the take test, start test button, right? So just click start there. And then what is another name for the 7 Years' War? You all know, French and Indian War, right? So we just click the answer, and then it's going to go on to the next one. You're going to click submit test when you've finished. Here you're going to review your skipped test questions, right? So there's no reason that any of you should skip any questions. Make sure you have them all done. Then you just click submit. I will need this screenshot sent to me, all right? So you're going to send it via Google Classroom with your name. And if you have any questions about any of the answers that you think should have been right, should not have been wrong, whatever, put that in there and I'll take a look at it. You can also come up to me while you're taking the test and ask for any kind of clarification, all right? So good luck. I will be around, walking around to help you move through the Quizlet material. Like I said, it was my first time using it, so I am new. So maybe some of you guys can teach me how to use it, right? Maybe you have some ins and outs that I don't know. So we'll go over all of that as we work through this project together.